I know that creating a budget or forecast to your business can be overwhelming, but truly it is the key to your success. Running a business is like taking a trip across the country. And if you don't have a forecast for your numbers, that's like leaving without a map or GPS. So we want to make sure that we get started on this. I'm Chelsea Zania, owner of Peak Financial Wellness, and we provide accounting and advisory services to medical spa owners. So today I'm going to give you a couple quick tips on getting started with a budget or forecast. So if we're thinking about how to determine our revenues for the year, we're going to start just by looking at last year. So we're going to pull last year's revenue numbers and we're going to look at them by profit center. So this just means we're going to look at them by major area. So in a medical spa, this might be things like your injectables, and maybe you want to split out injectables between tox injectables and filler. Then we go to weight loss, if you have any lasers. So we would look at those different devices by different area. So those are a couple different areas you would have for medical spa. You might also do facials. All of those are different profit centers or different major areas. So we want to look at break our revenues from last year out by those different major areas. And we can do this generally by pulling a report in your spa software. Generally in your spa software, you'll be able to report and you'll be able to pull a report and you'll be able to see all of this. Not only do I want you to look at the total amount of revenue generated by each of these profit centers, but I also want you to look at the number of appointments, because that's really what we're going to look at when we're looking at our forecast, because we might change our prices and things. We're going to look at the number of appointments that we did by month, so we can also take that seasonality into effect. So we're going to see what we did last year by month, and then we're going to add a growth factor onto that. So if we think we can probably increase by 5% this year based on our marketing plan, then that's how we're going to generate what we think those revenues are going to be this year by month. So that's a great way to get started with revenues, and expenses are the same way. Look at last year's. So look at what you did last year for each of your expense line items on your profit and loss statement, and then add in anything that you know you're going to be doing this year in addition, or any increases that you know will happen. So a great way to kind of wrap it all up, a great way to get started with budgeting is to just look at last year's numbers to get started and then add in what you know is going to happen from there. I hope this was helpful. If you need any help with your budgeting or forecasting, we're here for it. Please feel free to comment or reach out to us.